now twice in a row. And that can lead to extremely short map times if you do fail your first attack. It does kind of lead to, obviously, the other team catching up to where you are very quickly, especially if you get full held. Otherwise, for example, on the other side, Valiant could have pushed all the way to the end of Junker Town, and then we would just see that full hold there. So, yeah, just something to think about as to why some of these map times are shorter than normal. Kind of a rare choice. Sure. Interesting for Boston to pick that.
Well, looks like we will have Jerry on the Hanzo for now. Oh, he has not noticed Dreamer, and no. Dreamer has not given his position away. Sneaky monkey. Sneaky scientist, sorry. I think he's still unnoticed. Look at this.
Yeah, they don't know. Oh my god, this is actually insane. Oh, this is like Panker level of like 9 games. Panker, OG and Apex.
Okay, they finally found him. They finally found him. Okay. Great restraint there from Dreamer. If this was solo queue, you know he would have zapped the very frame that Jerry's Hanzo character model came around the corner, and he would have given it all away, but he doesn't gain much for his sneaky play.
Color Hex! That's a good pick.
Color Hex, yeah, finds multiple tri-shots in a row into the beam. Melts down KSP. Shax, however, goes into the back line, manages to find Youngbuck. Dreamer going to be eliminated. So big potential now for Boston as McGravy is left out alone and will fall.
Okay,
they're on the point. They make their way onto the point. Bionade connects on the 2, but Jerry's going to be fine. Wraps his way back inside the hotel as Halo keeps everybody topped up and nearly has that Ant Matrix ready to roll.
Shax will touch here.
Second on the way.
You would think.
Yep, they start contesting. Sleep Dart not going to hit. Looking for the shot, but Jerry's the one who comes up with it. Stick coming through. Shax will find Halo. A bloodbath of a battle right now as it's a 3-for-3. Shax falling low, gets caught up on the car. Thurston will finish him off. Continuing the tick up now here on point A. McGravy still not met. Manages to pistol down Jerry, but can't do anything to stop the point from being capped. So Boston Uprising will be able to find it. 4 minutes 40 seconds. Now ticking down as the card comes out.
Revenge of Color Hex. He gets a sick mechanical outplay on the KSP. Hits him there for a lot of damage and is able to just beam him down there once he's below half health. Because KSP has no chance. He has no way to escape. Even though Echo has high mobility in terms of verticality, not very fast at escaping. So just kind of doomed there. You can't outrun the same hero. They have the same movement speed. So does end up falling there. That really opened things up.
Dragon Strike rolling through. Not going to be finding too many members on the side of the Valiant. McGravy knocked out. Managed to find that D-suit, but everybody clumped up here for Dreamer. Both support's going to be falling as he just zaps away. Primal Rage at the ready, just looking for those kills, looking to buy some time. And this is going to be that choke control now established for the Valiant. This is where things can get very scary for the Boston Uprising.
This is the moment where you feel really choked as Uprising, because you're like, okay, we took A, but did we really take A? Like we still have to fight this choke point. It feels like we are standing still, and the Valiant can control that choke. They're actually playing super far back. Interestingly enough. I think
because they don't have the Mei, they decide to just give some ground up and then try to fight them perhaps at the corner.
Yeah, I mean, it gives a lot more space to KSP. He's going to go ahead and clone.
And it also allows them to have that high ground control and ensure that Jerry can't get around the backside and have that for himself. KSP going to be demeched with that duplicate. Color Hex in the meantime has built up a Primal Rage. It's smacking some people, but doesn't lead to too many kills. A lot of displacement coming in, however, and Boston have opened up a lot of space for them to continue advancing up the street now.
Yeah.
As Jerry wraps around this left-hand side, looks for a couple shots there onto Lastro.
McGravy not able to escape, and this is basically a free B push. I don't know if I agree with Valiant's decision to play back there so far and then look for what was essentially a duplicate Diva engage to try to set up for a Shax pulse. That's extremely complicated. It did not work out.
And responds to Dreamer as he fiercely pushes forward. Falling low, however, will leap back. Sound barrier comes through. Shielding going to be expiring now as the bomb goes in the back to person. Manages to find a pick on the KSP. 1.5 meters left to go now for Boston to roll into point B. It would still be a pretty respectable time bank for them to try and finish the map. Bomb in the back from McGravy does get Jerry, but is that going to be enough for them to try and hold this off? It's a lot of damage taken out of the fight. and a very long run back for the McCree, but they need a bit more than that if they want to establish control over this card. KSP now rejoining, taking those try shots trying to break down the barriers, but is unable to do so, and point B will be snatched up for the Boston Uprising, now with 3 minutes 15 seconds.
I mean, they just keep getting small advantages, and the Valiant are not respecting them. Now we're going to see a pretty puzzling swap over to Zarya as well here from McGravy. It's not a terrible pick by any means. I mean, it's obviously quite strong here on C, but Boston Uprising can just out-poke him here. Jerry's going to swap over to McCree, and they're outranged. If they get poked down or chunked down here with no shield tank, they're going to have a big problem holding on to this C point.
One way they want to go for the Zarya and try to get rid of Bruce, you know, get rid of his mech because he's been doing rather well on that Diva. Coalescence rolling, Halo going to be bionated, but he's escaped. Back to safety as Shax very fearlessly pokes around the corner onto an awaiting Jerry. Pulse Bomb going to be coming through, managed to find the kill on a color. Hex, Halo gets Koopa stopped. Shax will pick up 3, looking for a little bit more here on the back end of that fight.
Shax is like, look, we've taken some losses this season. We're 3-6. I got to go up the Tracer ranks. Can you guys just, like, throw a little bit and let me get these Pulse Bomb kills? Can you just play slow? So I'm going to come in the side. They had a sleep on Jerry at the beginning of the fight. He got up, he escaped. Then, you know, he used his flashbang earlier. Cool bait from Shax. Pulse comes out. Really sick Tracer plays.
Nano in, that's the go button as they push forward. And Nano alone forces the sound barrier from Halo. We'll see if that's going to be costly for them in the long run. But for now, Young does manage to find a kill on McGravy. Color Hex, duplicate onto the Zarya, now has a Graviton Surge ready to roll. He's looking for some targets, will lob that one in, but it's going to be a bit of a whiff. He'll give a wave, but the cart will continue to push forward.
I mean, they're really, you got to respect Jerry's McCree. They've been hunting him down, but they haven't been killing him consistently, and that makes it really tough for KSP to actually do consistent damage. And look at the flank. Jerry's crazy.
Good play into the back, flashbang in, headshots down onto Shax. Pulls back around.
Defensive bomb is good.
And the shield there, yeah, trying to defend. Will zone them back, and they are nearly rolled through with a minute plus remaining in the time bank. Final range out, but does not matter. Jerry has the full wind-up coming through on that Deadeye. It's the kill on the Dreamer. Person going to be defect. A lot of mitigation now gone for the side of Boston. The Supercharger does not last very long. McGravy trying to stay alive, down below half HP. Get that next grab online.
Jackson
will be able to do so, as it will just be the recall, or the retreat rather, coming through for Boston.
Yeah, Valiant, you know, I mean, they were falling it back. Things are really good for Boston Uprising there, though. The Deadeye was really well focused there on the delay. They also had that flanking kill. Jerry was able to kill Shax. The most valuable kill you can get when you're trying to finish a map is the Tracer. Is going to be annoying. Stall, has recall. It's a great target selection there, but not able to cross the finish line at the end of the day. Just the tank line getting outclassed. Again, Bruce struggling. McGravy on the Zarya. A really nice tank to have to stall.
There's being going for the duplicate. Takes the McCree. Already Deadeye available. Just a couple headshots, but will get forced out. Time dwindling away. They will be able to force the overtime. Bionade lobbed in with the help of that Graviton Surge. 100 energy here for McGravy. He starts melting people left, right, and center. Dreamer will manage to find 2 with the Wrecking Ball. And it seems like this is about as far as it's going to go for the Boston Uprising. The cleanup is there. Halo, the last one left alive, doesn't have the sound barrier, can't close the distance. So stopped before the finish, but still a strong run for the Boston Uprising to make it this far in Kings Row.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly more than I think most Boston fans watching this were hoping for, is to have a great run like that, almost to the finish line. Some good moments for Jerry. The flank was really cool to see. Could have been even more effective, actually, but he decided not to go like full greed and just saw that secure kill he could get onto the Tracer. If he was able to, you know, stay around a little bit longer, just take a few shots and get like a backline Deadeye. Even if he gets killed, there's so much that you can force with that. It was also really fun to see KSP, who's a great McCree player in his own right, become McCree in a place that McCree's not normally supposed to reach. His clone was killed immediately. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that fun Echo McCree clone duplicate action up there. It's hard to talk about Echo sometimes. It's really tricky. But, I mean, look, McGravy's Zarya swap, it was a fairly risky one, but it paid off. He was able to get 100 energy when that grab came up at the last moment. And, you know, Boston Uprising really struggled to continue to get value with the McCree. It's going to be Jerry on the Hanzo to start here on the defense, though. See if he can find a little bit more success than he did on Junkertown with that hero. The lack of a McCree here, though, when KSP is going to be now the vulnerable Echo on attack is a little bit puzzling. And I feel like the McCree would be a solid choice here, especially for Jerry, but he wants the Hanzo, he wants the extra shield break.
Let's see how the defense is going to be. Moving their way forward, no real adjustments here for the Valiant. Still going to have a gravy on that Zarya. He's still going to be taking a lot of damage off the bat. Makes his way in behind the statue now. Strafing back and forth, lobbing in those right clicks, trying to build up as best as he can. Meantime, very deep in right now. He's Dreamer. Shax joins him, however. And Jerry is the first one to fall. Now the rest of the team pushes forward, has point control. First tick getting ready to come through, and it seems like, yeah, this is just going to be the steamroll coming in for the LA Valiant. It's like a little blaze coming in, but it's just cleanup time.
Yeah, it won't be as easy to do this once we get to the streets phase, but in an open area like this, KSP has free reign on Echo, can float up, he can go into the sky, there's no McCree to challenge him, there's no hit scan, there's not even, you know, an Ana on the other side. You feel very free to do chunk damage, and then when Shax also has freedom to move that duo of getting members half health, you know, you can beam them down, then Shax can come in and finish them off. It's insanely powerful, and unfortunately Jerry's Hanzo pick didn't work out. He swapped over the Tracer now, so same composition in terms of the DPS. They're going to have to play a lot more passively with this Orisa pick, whereas the Valiant are free to push forward, look for that extra energy for the Zarya. They're going to be playing more aggressively.
Coalescence out, Myungkwon pushing forward, Nano Boost there onto Dreamer, but the rest of the team crumbling around him. And good awareness from Dreamer, does just go ahead, lets himself fall, doesn't pop that primal range, so they don't over-invest in a lost fight. And now can just come back through with nearly 5 ults ready to go.
I think that a good duplicate clone for this next fight could potentially be McGravy. I think they could go look for the Zarya pick here and try to really take that hard up in the face type of fight with Fusions getting the supercharger. That's certainly a way to get a fast grab and control this fight in the choke. It's 5% away. Let's see what he decides to pick. That's going to probably decide the outcome of this fight, is how effective that Color Hex duplicate is. KSP's got his own.
Alright, now Shax trying to assassinate him. Cannot finish him off in time, however. KSP going to be taking the Orisa, looking for that additional supercharger. Myungkwon going to be goopily stopped by Dreamer. And Color Hex likely just going to have to hold on to that duplicate. Yeah, forced to now. Shax will kill him off. So this will be the push forward into point B for the LA Valiant.
Yeah, I mean,
bump their time up even more.
They keep their ultimates, Boston does, but I mean, we're looking at a massive time bank now, 5 minutes plus for the Valiant, 5:10-ish, that they have to finish this map, and B is one of the best places you can hold. I think they should have taken their shot there, gone for the ultimates. They were slow. McGravy still has grab. Boston need to be decisive right now.
Dueling back and forth, Jerry nearly finished off. The pulse bomb will not find a kill.
Color Hex copies Zarya, but he's grabbed himself.
Oh yeah, he's dangerously low. Pulse bomb will go ahead and take him out of that duplicate before he can get the grab online. So loses out on that ultimate. Fairly neutral exchange so far as the cart trying to inch forward. And Fusions and Prison playing up though. Keeping that one halted to Dreamer. Comes his way into the back, drops the bubble, keeps himself alive, just continues to zap away, trying to get that primal rage ready to roll. 16% more. Cart gets a little bit of free space now as it gets ready to round that final corner. Jump in, Fusion's going to be taken down. KSP manages to find him with the beat. Shax will get rid of Color Hex. Person now going to be knocked out. 3 members gone. Well, this side of the Boston Uprising, and this is looking very dire for Boston. 4 minutes shy, rolling their way up. Can somebody stop this? Color Hex is swapped over onto the window. Does it need somebody to touch the cart? Jerry finally makes his way through, but gets melted down. 2 meters left to go now. 1.39 pulse pump out from Shax. Not going to be able to find anything. Turns back around. Will get rid of Bruce, and now it's just beyond the that. It's going to be the team wipe, and that will be the push through the finish. Victory.